Let's go through the answers for the practice simple and compound interest quiz to make sure that you understand correctly. So if we look at problem 1, Dominic deposited $1,000 into a savings account 4 years ago. He's been earning 0.65% in annual simple interest. To complete the following calculations to determine how much Dominic's money is worth now. So the principal amount is the amount that he deposited, so the $1,000. The interest rate is 0.65%, so that either needs to be written as 0.0065 or 0.65%. The time period is 4 years. And so to get this number, we have to multiply those three together. So I'm just going to use Google. Type in 1,000 times, which is your asterisk key, 0.0065 times 4. And 26 is the amount of interest earned. So $26 goes here. So now I do principal, which is the beginning number again, 1,000 plus 26 gives me a total amount my investment is worth at the end of 4 years is $1,026. So you've made $26, not a huge amount of money, but we kind of know that with an interest rate less than 1%, it's not going to be a huge number that we're going to be earning. So now let's look at Amelia. She deposited $450 into an investment account 3 years ago. She's been earning 2.5% in annual simple interest. Complete the following calculations to determine how much her money is now worth. So in Amelia's case, $450 is her principal. Interest rate, moving it 2 to the left, is 0.025. And the time period is 3 years. So I'll plug those numbers now into Google. 450 times 0.025 times 3 years. My answer is $33.75. So that's the number I put in right here. 33.75. So my principal was less than half of my last one, $450. But I earned more interest, $33.75, because the interest rate is so much higher than the last one, even though it's for 3 years, which is less time. So that gives me $483.75. Okay, so simple interest is pretty easy to figure out. Now let's look at compound interest. The formula for compound interest is a little bit more complex than simple interest. It is the principal, parentheses, 1 plus the interest rate in decimals, to the nth power, which is the time period power. And that's how much the investment is worth. So you find out right away how much it's worth, not just how much interest you've earned. So in this case, Anthony's grandparents have given him $1,400 to invest while he's in college to begin his retirement fund. He'll earn 4.1% interest compounded annually. What will his investment be worth at the end of 4 years? So to figure out this formula, I do the principal first, which is the $1,400, parentheses, 1 plus the interest rate in decimals, so I have to move it 2 to the left, 0.041, and then to the nth power, so I'm going to use that caret, and that would be to the 4th power because it's for 4 years. And that's going to give me my answer. So let's put that into Google now. 1,400, parentheses 1 plus 0.041, and then to the nth power is this button right here, and that's 4. And I say equals, and I get 1644.11. 1644.11. And that is the amount the investment is worth. It started with $1,400, now it's up to over $1,600, so $200 some dollars in interest earned. And for our last example, compound interest, Marissa's aunt and uncle had given her $1,800 to invest when she was 10 years old, to save for college starting when she was 18. She will earn 3.3% interest compounded annually. What will her investment be worth at the end of 8 years? So to write the formula out, first I use the principal, which is $1,800, 1 plus the interest rate, 0.033, move the decimal over 2 to the left, and I'll do to the caret of the 8th power, because it's for 8 years. And again, we can just use Google. 1,800, parentheses, 1 plus 0.033. Here's my power button, and to the 8th power. So for 8 years, so you can guess that it's going to be more than this. It's a decent interest rate amount, and in 8 years, her investment is worth $2,333.86. We round again. So 2,333.86. So her investment grew over $500 over an 8-year time period, but again, that's money that she didn't have to work for, that just grew using interest. So that's compound interest and simple interest, and hopefully after you review this, you will be ready for your actual quiz.